In a land that embraced since the dawn of time thousands of tales and stories, a womb that nurtured civilizations for many moons, an unending legacy born since humans walked the earth, comes the Bahraini tale. It was here that mankind and the world were on a date with a treasure that changed the planet: oil. It all started in Bahrain in 1932, during the era of the late ruler of Bahrain, His Royal Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, where the country used this valuable source of power to boost the nation's economy by millions of rupees back then, pushing the people towards education and improving the standard of living. The kingdom took off with the first Sheikh Hamad bin Isa to end up with His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, who maintained the national Bahraini treasure as an essential pillar in the nation's economy, working with people to make history for an even better and more promising future. (1932 to 2005), a lengthy journey like the long hours of the night, ending with the colorful rays of the rising sun, the birth of the National Oil and Gas Authority under the royal orders of His Majesty the King.
The purpose of converting the ministry into authority and change the name from Ministry of Oil to National Oil and Gas Authority. In other words, the name gas was added to it because gas is essential for all the developments in Bahrain. And the idea was, if you have an authority, the decisions can be taken faster and the authority can think the private sector thinking rather than the routine thinking, and be creative and speed up the decision making and follow up the latest developments in technology.
The National Oil and Gas Authority embarked on its goal of bringing together all concerned authorities in the field of oil and gas, working from the outset on renovating and restructuring the workings of the field by implementing policies and supervising the companies working on oil and gas exploration, inviting them to initiate exploration in certain seabed areas that represent an extension to the underwater oil reservoir. With the new strategies in line, together with the new set atmosphere, the authority managed to efficiently and swiftly accomplish so much by its second year, including signing many oil and gas exploration deals with various entities. As part of the authority's initiative in implementing appropriate strategies to meet the kingdom's oil and gas needs, comes the NOGA holding company to work alongside the authority by taking care of negotiations to assist it in accomplishing its goals while preserving the national treasure. The remarkable development witnessed by the oil and gas sector in the kingdom in record time since the authority's birth pushed the body to create the best circumstances and prices for the Bahraini petroleum products, making the nation the #1 beneficiary. The National Oil and Gas Authority of Bahrain passed Block 3 and 4 to the American Occidental Company and Block number 2 to the Thai PTTEP Corporation. Together with that comes the opening by His Royal Highness Prime Minister Prince Khalifa bin Salman Al Khalifa of the ultra-low sulfur content diesel compound to mark environment-friendly petroleum operations 75 years after oil was discovered in the kingdom. In a nation governed by equal rights and laws that provide opportunities for all its people, women workers began to set foot in leadership roles in the authority and its affiliated petroleum companies, proving themselves competent to uptake such roles in the organizational hierarchy. The authority portrayed the active social image by employing women and opening the doors for competing national cadres while implementing various training programs to fight unemployment. Continuous flow of petroleum posed as a sign of national success, yet it was a grave challenge for the Bahrain oil field, which began production over 70 years ago, to undergo a developmental step that will bring about more production and efficiency. With great power comes great responsibility, the responsibility of preserving this national treasure for the generations to come. The reason why the authority assigned a committee to preserve the resource and directs its use based on a decision passed by His Excellency the Minister of Oil and Gas Affairs and the head of the National Oil and Gas Authority. The National Oil and Gas Authority did not fall short of preserving the environment it's functioning in. It observed several environmentally friendly projects, namely the removal of sulfur from gas, producing low sulfur content diesel, and grey water treatment. The authority managed to carve success with its name, utilizing privatization as a policy to engage the private sector in its activities. It also worked on setting all favorable conditions to receive liquefied gas by negotiating with neighborly countries and international companies to import it. It also set a fair and stable pricing policy that considers the benefit of the nation as a top priority. The ambitious plans and projects executed by the National Oil and Gas Authority created a new challenge for it, one that the authority faced with wisdom and efficiency, paving its way to achieve international recognition by taking part in a number of seminars, meetings, forums, and conferences on the global level, continuing to issue laws and negotiating contracts for new and developed projects.
وأننا نلاحظ بالتقدير التطورات الإيجابية التي يشهدها قطاع النفط والغاز في مسيرتنا التنموية من خلال مجموعة متكاملة وأساسية من مشاريع الاستكشاف والتنقيب عن النفط في المناطق البحرية والبرية، علاوة على استخراج كميات إضافية من الغاز الطبيعي في الغريب بإذن الله، وتحديث الصناعة النفطية من خلال تحديث مصنع التكرير وخلق مشاريع تكرير جديدة. إن نتائج هذه المشاريع سوف تكون عوناً لنا في رفع مستوى المعيشة للمواطنين وخلق فرص عمل جديدة لأبنائنا.
The National Oil and Gas Authority worked on ensuring the success of a number of developmental projects, including upgrading the Bahrain oil field production project signed with the American firm Occidental and the Emirati Mubadala firm, plus the Block 1 exploration contract, together with a number of projects and policies. The National Oil and Gas Authority proved to be a live example of achieving the tangible assets of the Economic Vision 2030, as it provides about 70% of the government's budget.
It is vital in its contribution to the revenues of the government of Bahrain. It provides more than 80% of the government revenues, and this 80% government revenue contributes to financing all the services that are provided by various other ministries, like the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Housing, Ministry of Works, Electricity and Water Authority, and all these ministries are funded through the income that is generated from the oil and gas sector.
Tracing the footsteps of the National Oil and Gas Authority during the past 4 years reveals the extent of its ambitions, ones that have set the strategies for years to come that work on meeting growing demands in a safe working atmosphere while utilizing national cadres in respect to rights of future generations and preserving a green environment.